What is up, everybody? Relocation Football League College Series 8. We're in week 10. In Jacksonville, tradition runs deep. A rivalry born of history, played on a neutral field and lived by generations. Tonight, the annual meeting of two giants in the SEC. It's the Florida Gators and the Georgia Bulldogs. Dabo Swinney's Florida Gators arrive with firepower. Quarterback Casey Robinson has led an offense built on speed and precision. Wide receiver Khalid Lemon is among the nation's elite, and in the trenches, pass rushers Ethan Marks and Manny Rojas, they bring relentless pressure, a defense built to disrupt. Kirby Smart's Georgia Bulldogs counter with balance and depth. Quarterback Jonathan Wilson is as efficient as he is dangerous, surrounded by a receiving corps that overwhelms opponents. On defense, the Bulldogs, they rank among the nation's best, led by Corey Rams or Philip Stoneburner in a front seven built to dominate. They have traded blows for 7 seasons here in the College Series. Florida and Georgia, each writing another chapter in one of college football's most storied rivalries. Tonight, with pride on the line, two powers collide once more in the world's largest outdoor cocktail party. Florida, Georgia, here in Jacksonville. It is RFL College Series 8 Tuesday night football. And that's going to be enough for me, guys. We're going to load into this game into Everbank Stadium. Let's get it going. Make sure you guys hit the like button, leave a comment, get it going, guys. Florida, they come into this game 5-3, 2-3 in the SEC. Georgia, 6-2, 4-1 in the SEC, as you see there. Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs. And there is the Florida Gators, big time rivalry game. Georgia 5-2 in this series, but last year Casey Robinson pulled off an incredible upset as he scored the game-winning touchdown to make it 19-18. That was Florida's second ever win in this series, their first since the Marquise Washington days back in CS1. You guys already know how we do it here in the RFL. Going to let it play just a little bit. 69 degrees in Jacksonville. Nice. So we should have ourselves a great game here. Let me know who you guys got, Florida or Georgia. Florida will kick the ball off first. And here we go. The kick is up, as this should be returned by Pat Bruce. Nice little juke move, but he gets himself all the way down to the 15. And here comes Jonathan Wilson. Ignore the score on that. That is not the correct score. Imagine if that did happen. But nonetheless, Jonathan Wilson, 25 touchdowns on the year, 8 picks. This is a team that loves to throw the ball, but they're going to run it first with Cameron Graves, but he is brought down for a 0-yard gain. This Georgia team, the 12th best offense in the country, averaging 507.8 yards per game. Passing-wise, they are one of the best. Shovel pass there, but it's an incomplete pass. 3rd and 10. This Florida defense, they want to get a 3-and-out to get this game going. Wilson finds a man, and that is going to be a first down. Bulldogs, and he gets it to Kashawn Jones. Gets it out to the 31 for a nice 16-yard gain. 1st and 10. Wilson looking, finds Davian Williams there for a 6-yard gain. Just like I said, this is a team that loves to throw it. Georgia averaging 405.9 yards a game, 4th best in the FBS. And that's what they do again as he gets it out there to Bryce Denson across the midfield. The Florida defense, though, 57th against the pass. They will hand the ball off to Graves there for only a yard. Georgia, 2nd and 9 at Florida's 48. Williams, man in motion. It's going to be a nice little RPO play, but that's going to be Justin Turner all over him. 3rd and 15, 6-yard loss. Wilson looking, has all day to throw, and he did find Davian Williams there, but the pass is broken up. Great defensive play by Maurice Likely and Cooper Zingman on the coverage. Maurice Likely, he had 2 picks last week against Mississippi State. And here comes KC Robinson, and the guy you want to watch out for is Zach Tank, 168 yards, 3 touchdowns last week against Mississippi State as he will be playing his former team. He started with the Georgia Bulldogs back in CS6 in his freshman year. Now he's been with the Gators for these past 2 seasons. Oh, and that is almost picked up by Alex Escalante. Oh, that would have been huge for the Bulldogs. 2nd and 10. Robinson looking, he's going to check it down to Chad Berlin there, but he is quickly brought down for the 7-yard gain. Florida started the year up 3-0. Since then, they have gone 2-3 in their last 5. Zach Tank, man in motion. Casey, he was thinking about taking it, but no, he's going to be brought down for the sack. Daryl Walmer brings him down. As that is, Daryl LaMea. Read his name wrong there, but he will get the sack to start it off. 3 and out for the Gators. But something to bring up, though, Georgia, they had a 15-3 lead at half, but something that killed them in last year's game, their kicker went 3 for 6 in that game, which really hurt the Georgia Bulldogs in winning that game. They're going to hand the ball to Graves as he gets a nice little 8-yard gain all the way past the midfield point, and now at Florida's 45. This is their 2nd time that they have passed the midfield mark. Last time they couldn't get it going, they had to punt the ball away. 2nd and 2. Wilson, play action, as he's going to get it out as there is a flag on the play. Probably going to be ineligible man. Actually, I think he was out of bounds. He may have ran out of bounds, yeah. Illegal touching. You can't do that. So that will be a waste of down, and now 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2 at Florida's 45. Wilson's going to keep it for himself. Takes a big hit from JoJo Carter, but it's still enough for the 1st down. Under center. They're going to hand the ball out back to Graves. Has a nice run there for the 1st down as he gets himself all the way down to the 31. Georgia so far in control of this game. Little RPO pass. Had a lot of room to run there to Denson. That'll be a 2nd and 1. Matt Slaughter. No, excuse me. Cassidy in motion. They're going to hand it off to Graves. Big run down the middle as he gets himself all the way down to the 14. 1st and 10 in the red zone. First time tonight. Denson in motion. As he gets a nice little 7-yard gain all the way down to the 7. Taken down by the linebacker Trey Stick, who leads the team in tackles. Play action pass. Wilson has all day to throw, but he misses. Sean Cassidy in the end zone, wide open. Let's see, can Georgia get it going again. It's going to be a little bubble pass here to, oh, what a play by Cameron Graves. Get off me, he says to Con Morris as he gets the first down. First and goal. We're going to hand it to the backup here as that is Chauncey Nunn, who is brought down. Graves is checked back in. Denson in motion. Flag on the play as he is going to be brought down for the sack, but JoJo Carter was offsides. As they will get another chance. Second and goal on the 3. JoJo Carter was offsides on the play. That is killer for Florida. Second and goal. Wilson takes a snap. Look at as he finds a touchdown, Georgia! Bryce Denson with his 7th of the year. And Georgia will take the early lead. Waiting on the extra point. But just like I said, Georgia, they have typically owned this rivalry outside of CS1 and last year. They won in CS2, CS3, CS4, CS5, and CS6. Even back at CS4, that was the Zeke Pruitt 6th interception game, and they still won that game in overtime back in CS4. Oh, almost found a huge hole there by JJP. But here we go, Florida's second drive. Couldn't get anything going on their last drive. It was a 3 and out. They're going to hand the ball. Nope, play action pass to Tank. Robinson's looking. Oh, nice whoa, pass there. And who else? Khalid Lemon, who is already a semi-finalist for the Guyan Award at the end of the year. He has been having a stellar year. 11 touchdowns on the year. The screen pass quickly brought down. 2nd and 9 for the Gators. Zach Tank in motion. KC as he throws it to Zach Tank, but that is quickly broken up by Philip Stoneburner. This Georgia defense, they're one of the best in the country. 5th. Nice pass there by KC Robinson. But something to look out for. Zach Tank, master at running the ball, but the Georgia defense, they are ranked 7th in defensive rushing yards allowed. Florida picks up the blitz there as KC checks it down to the tight end, Dion Godson there, but only for 2 yards. They're going to hand the ball to Tank, but big hole in the middle as he gets a huge run. That is a first down, Florida. I'm pretty sure that is Zach Tank's first carry of the game. As you know, he is hyped up playing against his former team. Robinson will keep the option for himself as that is a first down, Florida. Florida is moving. This is how you need to respond after giving up the 6 points. This is going to be an RPO play as he will throw it to Deacon Widmer there. 2nd and 2. RPO pass to Chad Berlin as he gets him down all the way down to the 7. 1st and goal for the Gators. 2 running back set. Nope, he will keep it for himself, and he is brought down for the sack, and that is Alton Teague, the free safety. Running free, and you know Jermaine Taylor loves seeing that. Just ran completely free, no blockers there to stop him. Yeah, that's dog food, as Jermaine Taylor loves to say. 2nd and goal at the 13. They will hand the ball to Tank, but has a lot of room to run on the right side as he gets all those yards back for a 9-yard run. 3rd and goal at the 4, and that will be the end of the first quarter. Put your 2s in the chat. Georgia leads 7-0. Florida, 3rd and goal, trying to get some points on the board. We are hype here at Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville, Florida for the world's largest outdoor cocktail party. RPO screen pass, it is going to be denied. So Florida will have to bring the field goal team out. Kreese Stepanovich, 21 for 24 on the year. Kick is up, and it is good. So Florida cuts into the Georgia lead, now down 7-3. As Georgia will get this ball back. But a fun matchup to watch out for, I will say this, is that Georgia offensive line versus that Florida defensive line. Ethan Marks and Manny Rojas, both semifinalists for the Griggs Award and the Drew Brewer Award. Georgia, their center and right guard, both up for awards for the Henry Nielsen Award. And as you can see, gave them all the time in the world to throw it, but quickly ran out of time. As that was Manny Rojas quickly about to run him down, but he throws it away. He's going to hand the ball to Graves. Nice little spin move and a broken tackle there. It's Cooper Zingman couldn't keep his hands on him. 3rd and 4. They were killer on the last drive. Wilson looking as he finds Cassidy open in the middle of the field. First down, Bulldogs. New set of downs at the 39. It's going to be Clay Smythe in motion. Jonathan Wilson, he's going to keep it for himself, but JoJo Carter was there to bring him down. Something to keep an eye on. This Florida Gators defense has not been one of the best at forcing turnovers. Only 8 on the year. 5 picks. Oh my goodness, what a play by Keshawn Jones, as that is a first down Bulldogs. If he would have stayed in bounds, that could have been 6. Nice little RPO play here to Bryce Denson, but he's going to be quickly brought down by Maurice Likely. Only 5 picks on the year for this Florida defense. 3 fumbles as well. Little screen pass to Graves as he tries to... Oh my goodness, what a hit by Ethan Marks. Ethan Marks laying the boom. 3rd and 8. Wilson finds a man, and it's Bryce Denson again! Touchdown, Georgia! Just caught the Florida defense off guard there. And the speed and the acceleration that Bryce Denson had to get away from Zingman there was impressive. Georgia now going up 13-3. Extra point is up, and it is good. If you're the Florida Gators, you need this win because your next 3 opponents, next week, your last home game against the number 21 ranked Kentucky Wildcats, who beat them last year. Week 12, another rivalry game at number 19 Tennessee, and then week 13 at the 6-2 Florida State Seminoles. So these 4 games, nothing but rivalry games for Florida to finish out the year. They are 5-3 now, and you know that they want to avoid that dreaded 6-6 narrative that a lot of folks think that they will finish. But Chad Berlin there on the nice catch. And it looks like Florida is going to go out with the hurry up. 1st and 10 at the 43. Casey Robinson getting the play from Dabo Sweeney. He's going to hand the ball to take. Big hole in the middle of the field as he gets it all the way down to the 38. So Florida changing the tempo now, going more an aggressive style on this drive compared to their last 2. Play action pass. KC looking as he finds JJP, breaks a tackle. There it is, and another first down for the Gators. KC Robinson now has over 3,000 passing yards on the year, 27 touchdowns, 7 picks he has thrown in CS8. As here we go, Florida going aggressive again. Gabo Sweeney gets the call in. 1st and 10. Hands the ball to take. Big hole in the middle of the field as he is brought down at the 10. And Florida is getting there. They're almost close to scoring. They need 6 on this drive. Got 3 on the last one. Nice little check down pass to Chad Berlin there for a 3-yard gain. Their play calling needs to get better though. Inside the 10. They're going to hand the ball to take. Big hole, and that is a touchdown, Florida. Zach Tank burns his former team. Just look at the holes that the Florida offensive line put. Oh my. That hole was so big, my grandma could have ridden her bike through that. Pretty sure Moses in his ark could have swam through that one. There we go. Georgia on the return, but he is quickly brought down at the 16. 1st and 10. Wilson looking. As he finds a man, Davion Williams. Is it enough for the 1st down? Nope, he is short. 2nd and inches. And in motion, they're going to hand the ball to Graves. Huge hole! He is loose! Brought down at the 45. Zingman saves the Florida Gators butt there. As that could have been huge. If Graves just had enough speed, that would have been 6. As we saw that 2 weeks ago, Shady Houston and the Texas Longhorns gashed this Florida defense. And look at Graves again. All the way down to the 30, a 15-yard gain. 1st and 10 at the 30. Wilson looking, fires to Cassidy as that is another 1st down for the Bulldogs. First and 10. They're going to hand the ball to Graves, but he is brought down by Trey Stick. 2nd and 9. Screen pass, and look who it is again! Denson juke move, but he doesn't get in. Already his 7th catch for 90 yards on the day. Already gashing the Florida defense. He's going to hand the ball up to Graves, breaks a tackle, and that is a touchdown, Bulldogs! Cameron Graves scores his 10th rushing touchdown of the year. And that is something that Georgia is not really known for this year. Just like I said, they are 4th in the FBS in passing, but 68th in the FBS when it comes to running the ball, only averaging 117.9 yards per game. Here we go, Florida will take this out of their own end zone as he is down at the 21. All right, Florida, how do you respond? Florida does get the ball to start the next half. Just over 5 minutes left to go in the 1st half. Robinson's looking as he finds Chad Berlin on the left side of the field for the 1st down. There's Chad Berlin, his 75th catch on the year, leads the team in catches. RPO play to Jason Jean-Pierre, who we all call JJP for short. 2nd and 6. Is this going to be another play? Ooh, what a play by Dion Goldson there. As now now he gets Florida in a 3rd and short situation. He's going to hand the ball up to Tank. All the room in the world to run as he is brought down by Alton Teague, but that is a 1st down, Gators. First and 10. He's going to hand the ball to Tank as he will not be able to break away on that one as he was brought down by Emmett Bloom. A name we haven't heard too much tonight, Corey Ramsor, number 9, the cornerback. He is up for awards at the end of the year. Named a semifinalist for the Hoover Award, which is Defensive Back of the Year. 3rd and 10. Robinson finds a left lineman as that is a 1st down. Florida, and the 2-minute warning is here. Florida, you got to think that they want 6 on this drive. 1st and 10. Going to check it down to Jason Jean-Pierre for a 5-yard gain, now at Georgia's own 25. Georgia, they also don't produce many turnovers, only have produced 12 so far this year versus Florida's 8. New set of downs now in the red zone. Screen pass. Honestly, Chad Berlin should have gone to the outside there. Florida now trying to waste clock. 2nd and 8. He's going to hand the ball to Tank. Big hole in the middle as Georgia, they will take their first timeout of the first half as Georgia definitely wants to get a chance to score as they know Florida will get this ball to start the next half. 3rd and 1. Robinson looking. He finds his tight end who breaks the tackle and is all the way down to the 1. And Florida will call a timeout. And what do they go here? Full house here. Big heavy set. Do they hand the ball up to Tank? They do, and it's a touchdown, Florida. Zach Tank, his 2nd touchdown of the game. Zach Tank scoring his 2nd touchdown of the first half. And that will be his 10th rushing touchdown of the year. Nice little 13-play, 81-yard drive. Georgia will get this ball back with just under a minute left, so they do have some time to put some points on the board, as they know the Florida Gators will get the ball to start the next half. Georgia 6-2 on the year. Won last week in a big game against the Texas Longhorns, but 2 weeks ago took an unbelievable loss to Ole Miss as they were dominated 21-56, a loss that no one saw coming. But Georgia ranked 13th, just outside the playoffs. As you know, they need some big wins to stay in the hunt. Nice pass to Sean Cassidy there as Georgia will burn their final timeout of the half. 4-1 in the SEC. Next week they do play against Mississippi State. Then week 12 at number 3, Alabama, and then finish it out week 13 versus number 22, Georgia Tech. Georgia puts it all the way down to the 47. Interesting that they didn't call for a spike there. I think that will end the first half. Nope, they will run one more play. Is he going to go deep? He does to Davion Williams, but time expires in the first half, as that will do it for us, folks. Put your threes in the chat here at Everbank Stadium. I know ESJ and CP are somewhere there in a suite watching this game. But Georgia leads 21-17, equal in rushing yards there. We show you guys the highlights from that first half. So far, it's been a very efficient game from Jonathan Wilson and Bryce Denson, who has 2 touchdowns in this game. Florida will get the ball to start the second half. Nice juke move, but he gets it all the way down to the 19. I know Liam Cohen is probably watching too. ETN, Trevor Lawrence, BTJ. 2nd and 7 at the 22. They'll hand the ball up to Zach Tank as he gets a nice little 5-yard gain. 3rd and 2. What do they do? They're going to hand the ball up to Tank again. 3 straight run plays for Zach Tank. That is a new set of down for the Gators. They're going to hand the ball to Tank again. Juke moves as he gets it all the way down to the 50-yard line. A 16-yard gain there. Already now has over 100 yards in the game. They're going to hand the ball up back to Tank again. They are just, let's give it to Tank. They're going to drive that Tank all the way down this field. Nope, play action pass. Robinson's going deep. He finds the man in the middle of the field. Jason G. Pierre all the way down to the 12-yard line. 1st and goal for 1st and 10 for the Florida Gators, threatening to score. They're going to hand the ball to Tank. Almost brought down in the backfield, but he was only brought down for a 1-yard gain. Brought down by Emmett Bloom. How big was it that Florida scored that touchdown before the end of the first half? Robinson looking. He's going to keep it for himself. Touchdown, Florida! And just like he did in the game winner last year, takes it for himself and runs it in for 6. Great decision by K.C. Robinson there. Georgia playing deep into coverage and laying and pretty much leaving the middle of the field wide open for him to score. Kick is up and it is good. Florida will take their first lead of the game. 24-21. They will kick this ball off. Oh, a nice little juke move as he gets it all the way down to the 19. How can Georgia respond? Wilson looking as he's going to find Cassidy there. Breaks the tackle by Trey Stick, only for a 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6. Wilson takes snap. He's going to throw it to his tight end again, as that will be a new set of downs for the Bulldogs. 1st and 10. Wilson takes snap, finds Cassidy again, and he has all the room in the world to run, as that is a huge gain now across the midfield point, as they are now in Florida territory. At the 46, 1st and 10. Cassidy is just going to run all the way. Oh, no, that's going to be another flag. You can't do that. As that's going to be another waste of down. So just like Florida did back on their 2nd drive of the game, Georgia does it right back. So it will still be 2nd and 10. Oh, that was a risky pass to Davion Williams. Make sure you guys hit the like button and keep those comments going. 3rd and 5 at the 41. Takes the snap. Wilson looking as he finds Davion Williams, the former Oregon wide receiver, for the 1st down. Hand the ball to Graves, but he is quickly brought down by Isaac McSorley. 2nd and 11. Georgia. He's going to get it to this tight end again. Sean Cassidy has been killing Florida on this drive. 1st and 10 at the 12. They're going to hand the ball off to Graves, but he is brought down by Colin Morris, only for a 3-yard gain. This Georgia O-line has been all over Ethan Marks and Manny Rojas tonight. Wilson, it's going to be a screen play, but just a little too much in front of Graves there. That is going to be an incomplete pass. 3rd and 7. Wilson takes the snap. He's going to do it. Take it for himself. Breaks the tackle. And touchdown, Georgia. What you can do, I can do better, Wilson says. Georgia will retake the lead. And the extra point is up, and it is good. 28-24. Great play by Jonathan Wilson there to break the tackle from Trey Stick. Florida will take this out of their own end zone, but he will not reach the 20. 1st and 10. Zach Tank quickly brought down. I didn't mean to hide the comment there, but no, that was not a user. Trey Stick is a generic player. Zach Tank quickly brought down in the backfield. 3rd and 14. Florida was just able to run all over them in that last drive. They have now lost 4 yards here. Robinson's going deep and overthrows the intended target of Dion Goldson there. Just did not have enough speed to get there. As Florida, they will punt this ball away. And Georgia will now take over at Florida's 36. 46, sorry, excuse me there. Last time out, a Jonathan Wilson touchdown. Wilson has a man wide open all the way down to the 7. Kashawn Jones. First play and they go deep. As Kashawn Jones just burns JoJo Carter there for the huge play. Play action pass. Wilson finds, and look who it is. Bryce Denson for the 3rd time today. Georgia now making this a 2-possession game. Florida needs to respond quickly. The extra point is up, and it is good. Georgia now up 35-24. All right, Florida, how do you respond now? This is something that Florida has had some trouble with this year. Is once they get down, they just haven't had the ability that we have seen for them to be able to fight back. How did they respond here? Especially against a hated rival like the Bulldogs. They're going to hand the ball to Zach Tank here. Florida was able to come back last year against these guys, but we'll have to see if he can do it again. Robinson finds Goldson in the middle of the field. That is another first down for the Florida Gators. They're going to hand the ball to Tank, but he is quickly brought down by Manu Miala for no yards on the play. Play action pass. KC nearly avoids the sack, but unfortunately, Jason G. Pierre just couldn't bring the ball in, as it is a huge missed opportunity for Florida. 3rd and 10. Robinson's going deep, and it is dropped. Khalid. No, actually, no. Khalid was on the bottom of the screen. That was Jason G. Pierre with another drop on that set of downs. As that is just great coverage there by Torrey Hag. 1st and 10. Wilson gonna pass it to Sean Cassidy there, and this has just been methodical from the Bulldogs in this half. Georgia has not punted this entire game. Wilson, he's gonna go deep! And what a play by Cooper Zingman there to break that ball up. Second and 10. We're going to hand the ball to Graves as he is brought down for the 7-yard gain. 3rd and 3. Just like I said, Georgia has not punted once this whole entire game. 1st and 10. Actually, no. They did. They actually punted on the opening drive. I am incorrect. But that's how bad down it's been. 2-yard run by Jonathan Wills in there, as that will bring the end of the 3rd quarter here. Do they run another play? No, they don't. Georgia up 35-24. Put your fours in the chat. Can Florida hold them here? Can they come back? We'll have to find out, folks. Hit the like button. Leave a comment, guys. It's the world's largest outdoor cocktail party live here on the Relocation Football League YouTube channel. We got 8 more games coming for you guys tomorrow and 8 more games on Thursday night. 2nd and 8. He's going to hand the ball to Graves. Hurdles over a Florida player there, as that is a 1st down, Georgia. New set of downs. Wilson options it out to Graves. Breaks the tackle there, and Trey Stick has just not been able to bring anybody down. 2nd and 12. It was a 2-yard loss, though. Denson in motion. Almost intercepted by Con Morris. 3rd and 12. Florida needs a stop here. It's going to be a screenplay to Cameron Graves, as there we go. Florida finally brings the punt team out. They do not trust Rylan Sharp, who is 15 for 20 on the year. His longest is 51 yards. But Alex Francisco will punt it all the way out to the 9-yard line. They will hand the ball to Tank. Oh my goodness, stiff arms a man. Spin move all the way down to the 26. What a great run by Zach Tank. If Florida is going to score, it's going to have to be a 91-yard drive. Zach Tank all the way down to the 37. 11-yard run there for the Tank. 1st and 10. Hands the ball back to Tank. Gets a nice little 6 yards there. 2nd and 4. Robinson looking. He's going to check it down to Goldson there, but he is quickly brought down by Corey Rams, or we finally hear his name called tonight. 3rd and 4. Play action pass. Almost intercepted. And Florida will punt this ball away. I don't know. I would have liked them to go for it there. I know there's over 10 minutes left, but the way Georgia has been playing, you've got to start taking your chances. But I was almost picked off on the last play. 1st and 10. Wilson has all day to throw. Nearly threads the needle there for Sean Cassidy for his 10th catch of the game, 145 yards. What a game it has been for Jonathan Wilson. Almost intercepted by Cooper Zingman. I have been saying almost this whole entire night because just like I said, both of this team, they have not done well at creating turnovers this year. JoJo Carter leads this defense with 2, along with Maurice Likely with 2. And McSorley has 1. That's all the picks that they have, just 5. Wilson finds Davion Williams there for the first down. 404 yards, 4 touchdowns. 3 of those passing, 1 of those on the ground. He's going to draw play to Graves as he's just following the blockers there for a first down. Just following Jason Hauser, the center, who just like I said is up for Offensive Lineman of the Year. Bryce Denson goes in motion. Screen pass to Graves as McSorley will quickly bring him down for the 2-yard loss. Yeah, Isaac McSorley has been everywhere in this game. Second and 12. Just like I said, Georgia next week, they play Mississippi State and then Alabama in week 12. Nice catch there. 3-yard game. Florida, you got Kentucky next week, Tennessee in week 12, and Florida State in the final week. It doesn't get much harder than that. Sean Cassidy again for the first down as McSorley just couldn't do anything. A new set of downs. He's going to hand the ball to Graves. A very delayed hands up. Has all the room to run on the left side of the field as that is now first and goal for the Bulldogs. You got to hold them to 3 if you're Florida. Wilson going to throw it out to Clay Smythe, only for a 1-yard gain. Davion Williams in motion. They're going to hand the ball to Graves. And that's what they will do, but he is brought down by Cooper Zingman. And goal line set here. Florida, they need to stop. Oh my goodness. It's a touchdown, Georgia Bulldogs, and that may have just put this game away. Chauncey Nunn. Georgia did not want another game like last year where they held the lead for a very long time until the very end against the Florida Gators. Georgia looks like they're about to go 7-2 on the year, and just like I said, they got Alabama in week 12 and a resurging number 22 ranked Georgia Tech team in the final 2 games. But Florida, they're possibly going to go to 5-4 on the year. As that pass is knocked down at the line by Alex Escalante. In Florida, this team started off so hot. 3-0 to start the year, and that was just a very bad pass by Casey Robinson. They started off the year 3-0, didn't allow a single point on the defensive side of the ball as he's going to check it down to Zach Tank here. And that's a fumble on the play. I thought he was down. And that's just, yeah. We already know how this game is, though. I don't know if they're going to challenge it. That is Philip Stoneburner on the recovery. I think he was down. But, yeah, they ain't going to challenge. Can Georgia add more salt to the wound? Graves has all the room in the world to run, as that will be an easy 6 as he fried the Gators on that run. This baby's over in this race. I mean, you just got to regroup at this point for next week. You got Kentucky next week, your final home game of the year. You got Tennessee with one of the most high-scoring offenses in the college series. And then you got a Florida State team who is no slouch as well. So Florida's going to go to 5-4 on the year, and you know they want to avoid going 6-6 for all the memes and all the talk. But how about the Bulldogs here? I see Casey Robinson's going to check it down there. Casey Bray for his first catch of the game. But the Georgia Bulldogs going to go to 7-2, 5-1 in the SEC. And pretty much, I mean, there's a lot of great games that are left to be played. That's within the top 12 for the playoffs. So Georgia, you just got to think that they just got to win out, and they could make it to the playoffs. But they got a tough game because they got to go to Bryant-Denny Stadium in week 12. Oh my goodness, Zach Tank catches that off of a defender. Just letting you guys know, 8 more games tomorrow, 8 more games on Thursday, and then Friday, the game that was supposed to be played on Monday, the Big 12 possible title game. It's the Rumble in the Rockies between the Utah Utes and the undefeated Colorado Buffaloes. And then, to end the week, it's the number 11 Oregon Ducks versus the number 5 Illinois Fighting Illini. Some big games left, guys. We got a lot of big games left that are going to determine this playoff race. He's going to hand the ball to Tank. Has all the room in the world to run on the left side of the field. And there's just some Casey Robinson. He did not have a passing touchdown against these guys last year. He threw 3 picks, but he did score the most important touchdown of that game, where he scored the game winner on the ground. He's going to hand the ball to Tank again. Zach Tank did have 3 touchdowns a week ago, had 2. He's already got 2 in this game. Can he get his 3rd against his former team? As he will be denied there, as Florida will call their final timeout. As you're just playing for pride at this point. It's going to be a screen pass to Zach Tank, but he is going to be denied of the end zone as this clock is winding down. Florida's last chance to get in the end zone, and he will be denied. What a defensive stop by the Bulldogs. What a way to end this game. He's going to hand the ball to Graves, and that will be the final play of this game. Georgia, they will go to 6-2 on the series, 7-2 on the year, as they will win this game 49-24. What a response. As you guys always know, it has been a pleasure calling this game. My name is PeteCon36, and before I get out of here, guys, I will show you the stats. But just like I said, 8 more games tomorrow, 8 more games on Thursday. And we got 2 live games coming at you on Friday. That will do it for me, folks. And I hope you guys have a good night. And we will see you next time here on the RFL YouTube channel, College Series 8.